wanted to speak on the interracial relationships here in America. And
Well, first tell them who you are.
I'm Dominique on social media. I'm Nico on Instagram. Dominique Reed on Facebook. A member of the BAIO, Chicago South Side. And I just want to speak on interracial relationships here in America, and why I don't really have an issue with it, but at the same time, I know where it comes from. A lot of black people like to jump the fence due to just personal reasons. And my thing is, if you want to go on that side, that's cool, but don't black man, don't get with a European woman and dog out black women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that. I'm not cool with that. But if you get with, a European woman and you don't have nothing bad to say about black women, then I'm fine with that. I can't tell you who to date. And the same thing with black women. Don't get with a white boy and then get on the internet and national TV and dog out black men. At the end of the day, we all humans. We all got a good side and the bad side to us. And if you getting on TV dogging out black men, I have an issue with you. And I will never ever in my life respect you and look at you like you one of us. Once you do that, it's done. That goes for black men too.
Yeah.
You're done. Cause I'm not tolerating that. But like I said, black people, we can date who we want to date and build a family with whoever we want to build a family with. But I don't like it when the woke people feel as though black men and black women, like, we only got to deal with us. Like, the world is bigger than America, number one. And we've been dating outside our race before slavery. And dating outside our race is not even holding us back. And it really didn't do nothing to us from the beginning, man. We humans, we gonna do what we do. So I don't like it when people go at, what's the actor name? Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
They made him because the woman that he's with European. So what? Did Michael B. Jordan say anything bad about black
Let
women?
me.
Did he say, "Oh, I don't fuck with black women, so I don't get vexed"? He didn't say nothing bad about nobody. That's what he wants. You do that.
I heard. I think he did a YouTube live stream or something. I don't know whether it was on YouTube or somewhere else. And in his live stream, he was saying that the reason why you saw him on the boat with the Italian girls is because he was in Italy.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
He said,
What?
"I'm in Italy. There wasn't a whole lot of black women around, so you saw me with the Italian women." I said that's because that's where I was. He said actually the girl that he was with on the boat was his boy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I don't think he's with anybody, to my knowledge. I don't think that he has a girlfriend or he's with somebody. As if I ain't even talking about
Okay.
this shit because who gives a fuck?
I don't
But
black
you know what I find is that people are just looking for some shit to talk about. Oh wait, before we go on, I'm gonna mute you for. Could you mute yourself for a second, Roger? Just for a second. I know a lot of y'all probably confused about what's happening right now. I'm doing like a live stream test. Like I was trying to get the New York members and just people on the line so I can, because I never did a group type thing on Google Chat. So that's what's going on right now. This is nothing really. Um, it's not about any particular topic or anything. It's just that right now my brother Dom is talking about the interracial relationship thing. So it's just like a freestyle conversation basically. So I just want to let everybody who's in the chat room know that this is what's going on. This is a live stream. I don't even know how long we're going to be up, but we're just talking for now. All right. So you can go ahead, Dom.
Yeah, you know, I just want to say, like, black people, you can't dictate who other, you know, black people want to date or be with, you know, and I see it comes more from black women, you know, and y'all got to get over that. You can't tell a black man who he needs to be with, cause you know, if you was this good woman or whatever, you should have had that black man. So since you don't have him, why don't you just find somebody else? Why don't you just date a black man? Don't tell that black man he needs to only date black women. Because like I said, the world is bigger than that. It's bigger than black and white. You know? So we gotta get over that.
Well, you know, you've heard my position on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my position is the only black women that have a legitimate complaint against that is black women as nationalists. If you are an integrationist, you need to sit down and shut the fuck up because you
Mm-hmm.
decided that you are on the open market. If you say that you want to be American and you want to be down with America, then you have placed yourself on the open market, which means you got to compete with all these other ethnic groups and races of people because it's all about equality for you.
Right.
You know, so if it's all about equality and everybody being treated equally, then you can't turn around and be black nationalist when it comes time to dating and marriage. Sorry,
Yeah, you're right.
can't do it. So at least be consistent. Because for me, I say like me and Don was talking about Serena Williams. Listen, my basic principle is this: I don't give a shit how you get your nut if I'm not the one giving it to you. That's that's what the principle that I live off of. I
Yeah.
have no business talking about what you do sexually, who you fuck with in a relationship. That's out of the realm. That's like beyond my pay grade, so to speak. So everybody can do whatever the fuck they want to do in terms of what they need, as long as it's two people that want to fuck with each other, fuck with each other. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing though. When it comes to people like Serena Williams, or when it comes to any of these people that decide that you are going to be with another race of people and you decided that that's what you want, those are the type of children that you want, this is who you want, this is the culture that you want to immerse yourself in, cool, no problem. Do not come to Holip when the system comes after you. You
Yeah.
get your husband, you get the person that you married to defend you. Don't come to me looking like, oh, I'm a black woman. Man, fuck you. You get with the white dude that you married. If you're a black man and you got a white woman, let her defend you.
Mm-hmm.
But don't come to me and expect, and don't come to the so-called black community, which don't exist. Don't come to black folks expecting them to take your back simply because you black. It doesn't work that way. Now, I'm not hating on you. I'm not telling you you can't be with that white woman. You can't be with that white man. You can do whatever the hell you want to do because you're a grown person and an adult. But I'm telling you, when it comes to me, holla, I ain't defending no, like Serena right now is losing because she's, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I
It's
don't
not
care.
important.
She's suffering discrimination in the tennis league. I don't care. That's her business. Let her husband deal with that. How
Mm-hmm.
come I don't see him on no microphones banging the drum for Serena Williams?
Hey, majority. Listen, this is the funny thing. Majority of those women that step outside, they man is never there to defend them. Them white
Never. I
boys
never seen them
never.
defending them.
They just in the back chilling, and I'm like, cool.
Yeah, he's enjoying that head and that ass. That's
Yeah,
what he's enjoying. That's the only thing he cared about to begin with. So as long as he's getting that, he's fine.
and black people don't need to defend. Nah, we good on that. You know, we not mad at her.
Nah, not at
Good on
all.
that. Let her husband got all this money. Her.
I'm not going to hate on Serena Williams. I'm not going to do that. But I'm also not going to defend Serena Williams or support Serena Williams.
Well, let me just say this.
Not doing it.
I'll, I'll freely admit that I hate her. You
What
understand?
happened?
I said I will freely admit that I'm not fond of her at all. You understand?
Oh,
And that's
cool.
for a personal reason due to the
Hmm.
interaction I had with her. And from that point, I was done. I met great tennis player, one of the best ever. But however, other than that, I could care less. You understand?
You're the same. I'm gonna tell you this, R. I don't hate her because I don't care, and I'm not. She's so irrelevant to what I'm doing in my life that why should I? I like she. It's not anybody that I really have any
Mm,
vested emotional interest in.
right.
But I just look at it like I feel like Serena Williams above all people. When she was getting attacked by the media and
Mm,
people calling her a man and all, the people that defended her more than anybody was black men.
Yeah.
of course.
And every black
Of
man that I
course.
know, I haven't met a black man that hasn't said he wouldn't give Serena Williams a shot. So Serena Williams can't talk that bullshit. Now Whoopi Goldberg might have she can have a legitimate beef.
Yeah.
Because I doubt if Whoopi Goldberg was getting a whole lot of energy from black men. I doubt it. So she has a legitimate beef. But Serena Williams, Bria Miles, are you kidding me? There's dudes that would kill to be with Bria Miles. And
Like,
do you see who she's with?
yeah. But see, this the reason why I don't get those type of women that attention. It's like,
Right.
I see what it is. So do you beautiful, whatever. But yeah, that's about as far as going with me.
Mm,
I ain't saying nothing about it. Just do you. But see, that's another thing too. It's like majority of black people gonna date each other. So I don't
Right.
I don't see what's the issue with interracial relations. It's not
Right.
even that big.
Right.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm
I've
saying?
always said that.
You gonna date what looks like, and a lot of black people they not down with the community. They because they hate or
leave the trade,
stuff.
just watch
We
the gap
like
between
to
them.
look at what we've been raised around. What they call it, that we like to look at that melanin, which is funny. That's hilarious.
You're going real low, Dom.
Yo, you hear me?
Oh, I hear you better now.
Now I was just saying, like, black people like to date other other black people that got that melanin.
I got to mute R because she's drowning you out. Hold on. Oh, okay, he muted himself. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying,
Your
like, we like,
voice goes in and out. Like 1 minute it's real clear, then it gets low. I don't know what's going on there.
it's probably freaking area that I'm in. I'm still driving.
Yeah, I can hear you now though.
Yeah, but we just need to let that interracial stuff go. It ain't destroying us. You know, people gonna do what they do, and
Yeah, man, it's always gonna be people fucking other people from other races. It's been that way since the beginning of time.
hey,
My
especially
thing is,
travel when
my
you
thing is,
yeah.
I can show you statistically how black men basically deal with black women and black women basically deal with black men. The
Mhm.
vast majority of us deal with each other. So you know what it is, and I said this before, I'll say it again. The conscious community is running out of material. That's the reason why you hear about this stuff. They have no solutions. That's the reason why nationhood is sort of like a buzzkill. Land infrastructure nationhood and stuff like that, that's a buzzkill to all this conscious community stuff. Because then you can't talk about these recycled topics over and over again, acting as if it's something that's urgent and pressing in the black community. That's what this is all about. Niggas is looking for show topics.
Yep. Yeah, I don't even look at majority of that stuff, man. I don't even pay no attention to nobody. Just be honest. It's just a lot of just bull crap content.
Mm-hmm.
I just
And bullcrap people,
yeah.
because that's who creates the content.
And then another thing I want to speak on too is everybody talk about this melanin stuff like
Oh Lord, you talking about melanated people?
yeah. You know what? See,
Oh
this
Jesus.
thing, everybody's melanated. You feel me? You want to know what's melanated? The tree that's in front of your house, the plants that's in your grass, they got melanin too. So I'm trying to figure out how do you feel like you special because your skin is darker, your melanin popping. Everybody's melanin is popping. You need it anyway to even walk on this earth. It protects you from the sun. What? See, it's just silly, man. It's flat out silly, and the people that's saying that they have low self-esteem, and
Mm-hmm.
they need to get that checked out seriously, because I seen a meme and this white girl, and I see this. She was funny because she posted a picture and she said her melanin was popping, and honestly, it is because she has melanin, right? And she's a white girl, so somebody gonna come behind her and say, "Hey, you supposed to say mayonnaise." And I'm saying to myself, okay, good comeback. That's funny. But little do you know, everybody has melanin. So she has the right to say it just like you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, Dom? It's a losing battle when you engage with white folks.
It is.
You've lost. Like I see black folks, like I saw like Tariq Nasheed tried to battle a white supremacist, and what happened?
Yeah, you sent me that link. Yeah,
Yeah, what
I was
happened?
done with him after that. They laughed at him. And
Yeah,
they asked him the questions that we ask people. And he couldn't even answer those questions.
yeah.
You know,
The white boy called. What he called was pulling your card. The white man said, if white supremacy is so bad, why don't you get a country and a nation of your own?
he's like, we not
That
gonna
was when the debate was over. That was the slam dunk, the alley oop, the elbow off the top rope, all of that shit you can think of. Debate was done because he had no response, no answer. And it's the crazy part about it is that a white man asked him the same questions that the BAIO asked the conscious community all the time.
and also said we not gonna stop you. Y'all can leave. And he just had nothing to say. And that's when I was done. I'm like, you know what? I'm done.
Done, man.
See what
These
this
first of all,
about.
these guys, this personality worship. I'm gonna tell you straight up. There's no personalities that I see in the conscious community right now that's worth following.
Nah.
And I'm including myself in the equation.
Yep.
There's nobody that's worth following. Stop being a fucking dick rider.
That's what they are. Legit dick
That's
right.
what you are. You're being a dick rider. Why don't you dick ride land infrastructure nationhood? If you're gonna dick ride something, dick ride a concept. Dick ride a principle. Not some goddamn personality. Don't worry about Holip. Holip can defend himself. I take on Negroes and squads of threes. None of these fucking niggas can do any damage to me.
Mm-mm.
I can defend myself online, offline, or whatever. If they want to take it offline, we can go there too.
Mm-hmm. Just, people just, selling misery. You see, I think dude live in Hollywood now from selling misery.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he wanted to do. That's the only thing he wanted to do. And you know what? I ain't mad at him. If people that stupid, pray on them.
You
Take
sound like my cousin, I swear. He says the same thing that you do. He's like, listen, if people is dumb enough to go for that bullshit, what you gonna do? And I'm like, yo, I feel the same way. If
yeah.
you stupid enough to go for these misery merchants, and like if a person is telling you that you can't win, there's no way you can possibly do anything on your own, this person is going to constantly be ruling over you forever, but give me a super chat. Donate to my Patreon account. For what?
And
What
they
am I?
not
I'm donating to your
look.
Patreon account so you can tell me how black folks will never have shit of their own, and I'm supporting that message.
It's crazy.
See, but that's what I've noticed, Dom. What people have a failure to do. It's like sometimes you can't see what that phrase, you can't see the forest through the trees.
Mm-hmm.
They're so engaged in lunacy that they don't have the ability to step outside of themselves, look at the situation, and then see it for what it is. Most people don't have the ability to do that.
Nah,
Most
they
people
really.
do not have the ability to be objective with themselves. Like sometimes you could, like if you're an intelligent person, sometimes you're going to see the things that you're doing. You're going to step outside of it, look at it and go, damn, motherfucker, what are you doing? You stupid. If you don't have the ability to know when you bullshitting and when you fucking up, how are you going to start preaching to other people about what they doing? Your center mass, your North Star on the compass should be you. And if you don't got that right, you can't point nobody in no proper direction because your whole compass is off. That's how this shit works, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got motherfuckers always want to be, and I learned this over time, man, because I used to be a self-righteous, conscious community prick at one point. I used to be. That usually happens when you first learn about this shit, and then you start becoming like Malcolm. If anybody wants to know how the conscious community, the conscious experience is, read the autobiography of Malcolm X. Because Malcolm broke it down. He said when he first learned about the information, the first thing he did was he wanted to go out and attack every white person that he met. Because he felt he was lied to, and now he knows the truth. So I'm going to beat the white man's ass with the truth. Then you go through that. Then you realize, wait a minute. What good is this doing me and my people, beating this white man over the head? What, am I going to convince him that he should be acting better? So eventually, white people become irrelevant to you, and then you start concentrating on your people. And then you start looking at the problems that we have and the situation that we are in. And then you start thinking about, well, damn, we've been in this for a while. What are we doing wrong? And then you start looking at that.
Yeah.
And you start seeing who's really doing things that's for the benefit of our people. And then you start thinking even more critically. It's like this is a process that you go through. You don't just arrive at BAIO and Land Infrastructure Nationhood. Unfortunately, I wish that most people would arrive that quickly. But I know on my journey, I went through a whole lot of conscious community bullshit. This is the reason why I can talk about the conscious community so openly, because I was a part of it.
Yeah, you know.
I was just as self-righteous and just like I was one of those people early in my conscious life where you think you know the truth. So then what you want to do, it makes you feel better about yourself because you figure you're different than everybody else because you have the truth.
Yep.
And then once life kicks you in your ass and you start seeing things, you say, wow, we going through a lot of shit as a people. Why am I judging my people so harshly when they're in the same socioeconomic and political shithole that I'm in? Maybe I should be understanding of what they're going through. And that's what I do. That's what I did. I came to that conclusion that I'm not going to beat you over the head. This is why I'm not into this morality police bullshit and preaching to people about their morality. First of all, as long as we living under the white man system, don't talk that bullshit to me, because you can't sit up here. It's like trying to talk about who's the most well-mannered crackhead in the crack house. Who's the most cleaned up crackhead? Who's the most articulate crackhead? We all crackheads. We're all living in a fucking crack house. But now we're gonna judge each other by who's more who's not letting the crack house affect them the most. Come on, man. Come on. That's why when I came to the conclusion through and like I said, Amos Wilson was the one who really set off the spark in me and made me have that aha moment. And that's why I placed that. There's a reason why I have that audio clip of Amos Wilson in front of all of my videos, because when he said that, that was the moment I had my aha moment. Because I never heard anybody put it like that before. And in case nobody ever listened to my videos, he says, why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man?
Mm-hmm.
Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything that he wants to do benefits the European? If you don't think, if that does not spark something in your Negro brain, if that does not make you think collectively about where we are as a people, then you are lost. And that's the reason why I put that at the beginning of my videos, because anybody that listens to that and doesn't spark something in your mind, then you're a waste of time. You're a waste of time.
I agree, man. That's why, hey, me and you had the same little journey,
Yep.
but I caught on to what you was talking about quick and early. I was, going around being crazy for like a few years. Then, everything changed once I started listening to Amos Wilson,
Yep.
and bought the book. And I'm like, yeah, it's no need to, be the moral police, going to a moral crusade. Let's just focus on us and do what we got to do. And on top of that, see, sometimes you got to throw those morals out the door when you get on that battlefield,
Mm-hmm.
business and everything. Business is warfare. And that's
Yep.
another thing with us, it's we too busy trying to be the good guy. Sometimes we got to be that bad guy.
What do you
It's
think the art of war? You know how people found out about the art of war? Because that's what businessmen were reading.
yeah, I know. Yup. 50
That's how
laws
they
of
found out
power.
about it.
Yeah. When
What's
it
that
comes,
other book? 48 Laws of
yeah,
Power and all
yeah,
that stuff.
48. Yeah. So when it comes to stuff like that, man, ain't nobody think about no morals or no freaking code or anything. Hey, you want it, you get it by any means necessary. I
Mm-hmm.
have no issue as long as you don't be harming women and children.
Yeah.
That's it. Other than that, yeah, do what you gotta do. I
Yeah.
just don't. I
Amos
don't.
Wilson, man, I don't know about you. You can tell me how you feel about this, but I always used to hear about do for self. And this is the thing that I give him the most credit for in terms of my development.
Yeah.
You always heard these catchphrases and these buzzwords of do for self. We revolution. We need a nation. Da 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 da. Like the catchphrases and stuff that people just say, holding up the black fist and all the posturing.
Yeah.
When I listen to the Blueprint for Black Power lecture on YouTube, I tell you, I've been ever since I heard that lecture. Nobody can say shit to me now. I know exactly what do for self means.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what it means. And it's not a catchphrase. It's not some buzzword, something you just throw up like I'm woke, all this bullshit. Doing for self means this. This is a perfect example of doing for self. You're gonna live in the white man's country, right?
Yup.
There's a snowstorm that comes and everything shuts down because of the snowstorm. You think the white man is the devil, the white man is this, the white man is evil, blah, 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 blah. But who's the person that gets the crews to go out and clean up the snow to get everything moving and go operating again? Is it the black power construction crews? Or is it the motherfucker that you claim you hate so much?
You already know that answer.
Well, yeah, it's a rhetorical question. You sit back on your ass complaining about the white man, but the white man is basically protecting you, feeding you, housing you, clothing you, taking care of your very existence. Why? Because you're not doing for self. But you know what doing for self means? How about you do that? How about when there's an emergency, you have control over your infrastructure and your cleanup crews come out?
Right.
If we were doing for self, there wouldn't be a Flint, Michigan, because you would control the water supply.
Exactly.
Do you control the water supply in America? No, you don't. So why do people, y'all got to ask yourself, the people that listen are on the fence about nationhood versus doing it right here, why are the people against us having our own nation? Have you asked yourself that question? These people that y'all listening to, these people that are these black talking head misery merchants, all of them. And if you're saying, well, I wonder if he's talking about so and so, yeah, I'm talking about him too. Everybody.
Yep.
Why why don't these people ever talk about us having our own shit? And not here in America, Because first of all, I mean, if you're talking about us having our own nation in America, I don't understand why you have anybody with half a brain in their goddamn head that's listening to you.
You know why? I can tell you. I'll give you that answer real quick.
Oh, there he is. You sounding
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
brother.
yeah. Yeah, I had to wait till I got off the train, so I was listening with you, on with you guys listening. But let me answer that question. And it's not really a long response.
Mm-hmm.
And it simply goes like this, because they're a bunch of weak bitches. Bottom line. It's not difficult to understand at all.
I'm giving you the ball. Go for it, brother. I ain't saying shit. Do it.
I'm just
Go
I'm
for
just
it.
saying. I'm just saying, bro. I just said it. They're weak bitches, man. They're weak. We don't have any type of leadership whatsoever within our own. You understand? We're a bunch of followers, and we're following the wrong people. You understand? And that's just what it is. We are weak, unwilling to put the work in, unwilling to put the hard work in order to have our own. Not in this country. It's like you said, Holip, not in this fucking country. Because if that's the case, why even bother having this discussion? Doesn't make any sense. You understand? And that's just what it is, man. I'm so sick of seeing these people talking. And that's what they're doing is talking. They're not even putting any action behind their words. They don't. They're fucking pathetic. They're fucking pathetic. And this is why it's sad, man. It's just sad. We can't get anywhere because of shit like this.
We're too busy depending on celebrities. Also, I want to
Yeah, the fuck? Come on.
Listen, I'm from Chicago. Chance the Rapper don't speak for me.
Okay.
He don't speak for me. I'm not with his down with the weirdo shit he do. His brother is a freaking weirdo too. I'm not for the follow behind a bunch of men who confused about what they want to do. Be with a man or a woman, or I'm accepting all the weirdo crap, knowing all of that stuff is a freaking mental disorder. I'm not following behind that, and I'm not supporting that.
Right.
You can do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's your choice, but don't put that on me and try to
Yeah.
tell me I need to accept that. I'm good, man. That dude don't speak for me, and he trash. I want to say another thing too, because hey, we know his parents was working for Obama. You know what I'm saying? Before Obama became president. So that's how this dude even got his name out there.
Right.
He has no talent at all. No talent. The music is freaking horrible and I don't understand it. And then now they want to put him up here on this pedestal because he's from Chicago. I don't care if he's from Chicago. He don't speak for me. I don't even know this dude. I mean, we
Dom,
don't
didn't
live the same
we have
life.
this discussion before? Like, I think we did it on anything. All it takes for you to be popular is to be popular. If talent has nothing to do. If talent has something to do with success, then there would be no Cardi B.
Ooh, that's right. That's right. I agree. Thank you.
It's not about talent. It's about the fact that people they like Cardi B, and liking Cardi B becomes sort of like a status thing in the circle. You don't want to not be cool.
Right.
So you gotta like her.
Yeah.
And you gotta support. Oh, I like Cardi B. Why? Because everybody else does.
Right.
So all it takes for you to be popular is for people to say, "Oh, she's popular," or "He's popular," and then they just jump on your dick, and now you're popular. Is there any particular reason why you're popular? No, because everybody else it's like that movie Can't Buy Me Love. They did it twice. First time they did it was with Patrick Dempsey when they had white people doing it, and then they did it with Nick Cannon. But the story is basically the same. The nerd guy goes and gets the hot chick in the school and makes her an offer. He said, "Listen, I'll pay you if you just be with me. Like, let me be around you.
Right.
And then by me being around you, people will think I'm cool." And that's exactly what happened. She said, "All right, I'll take your money."
Yeah.
Takes his money and just parades him around. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's the hot dude on the campus. Why? Because he's with her.
Yep.
That's Is there any difference between that and what's going on right now?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you, gentlemen, something real quick, man. And this is in reference to that in Cardi B. Yo, at the job, You know, that's why I hate talking to some young guys, man, at my job. I point out the fact that this broad has no talent. All right, she got hustle and all that stuff. That's fine and all. But really, talent-wise, in the rap game, it's not there for me.
Who?
And of course, Cardi B.
We actually having a discussion about that? Like there's some confusion about whether Cardi B has talent or not.
My dude, there is a discussion about that. But
Wow.
yo, son, I'm gonna tell you right now, because I am a man of a certain age, I'm written off like, oh, you old school, you don't know what's that type of talk, you know? And I'm like,
Wow.
motherfucker, I've seen more legendary MCs than you've been alive. You know what I mean?
I'll say this. R. Let me just say this. I made this point before on Mark's show.
Right.
I don't have a problem. Like, my whole thing is every generation has their time, and this is their time. So I'd never begrudge people their time. But my thing is this: you can have your time, but I can tell you on a technical level why somebody is good.
Right.
As a matter of fact, why are we even talking about hip hop? Let's talk about basketball. If you would have asked who is the best basketball player, and you asked a person who watches basketball, they could tell you why this particular person is the best. They can go through a list of things that this person does on a technical level that explains why they're the best. If you ask who's the best baseball player, if you watch baseball, you know, because there's a certain list of categories of things that this person does well that exceeds everyone else. If I asked you why Chance the Rapper is the best, explain it to me.
Hey, they can't. I promise you they can't.
And that's my whole point. That's my whole point. If you can't show me on a technical level why somebody is the best, other than them just being popular, then your shit is invalid. It can be popular. That can be the rapper of the time, but let's call it like it is. You're not talented. You're not. And there's people out here that will smoke your ass when it comes to being on the microphone. Black Thought showed you that with that freestyle that he did, that everybody was so freaking amazed by. You wouldn't have been amazed if you'd known about him. It's not that amazing. It's amazing for people that ain't got no talent, but that dude's been doing that all his life. This guy would just wig out for like 15 minutes on a stage. But you have to have talent to do that. That's accumulated skill. That's when you hear Black Thought rhyming, this is a guy who's been rhyming since he was a little kid and has been on stage, been in the studio, been writing and perfecting his craft over 20 to 30 years. And you're going to put him on the same microphone as Tekashi 6ix9ine?
He's blowing them out the water.
And then tell me that this guy is the hot MC? See, that's my biggest problem. I don't have a problem with any of the new cats because there's a lot of new cats that's nice as hell.
Yep.
A lot of new cats is nice in hell. But I know that they're nice, one thing, because I know about hip hop, I know about lyricism. So a guy who knows about hip hop and lyricism is never going to hate on anybody that's got talent. You can be 60 years old listening to a cat that's 19. If he can spit, you and your 60-year-old ass gonna go, damn, that nigga's nice.
Right.
The problem is you got a bunch of whack ass niggas that cannot rhyme, and then you want me to accept them as MCs? Sorry, ain't doing it. Just why? Because they from the new generation?
Right.
Well, you know, well, this is part of like my theory, whatever, but the internet has opened up the doors for the cornballs because I remember you had like you was a legit cool person, you know what I'm saying? Like you was that man. Now, only thing you can do is probably throw on a pair of gym shoes, and everybody think that you're cool and you got style, and you know what I'm saying? It was a point in time where you just couldn't come outside and hang out with that in crowd.
Thank you.
Because you a cornball.
Yep.
We're not about to accept you.
Yep. There used to be guys, remember R? There used to be guys that used to go, real MCs used to go to these guys' shows and throw them off the stage.
Yeah.
That's the environment that I come from.
Exactly.
Where if you was a whack MC, you couldn't exist. You try to do a live show, nigga would come up and take over your show and do his set.
That's right. That'd be it.
And what you gonna do? You gonna call security?
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of, you know what? That was you all's era, and you know, I kind of seen some of it when I was, you know, little and growing up. But I wish it would have kind of stayed like that.
Yeah.
Minus the street stuff, the ignorant street stuff.
Right.
You know, just because you got to prove yourself, man. If you ain't cool, you don't need to be speaking. You know?
Or is it? Can I ask a question? Let me ask a question to both of y'all. Is hip hop an art? Is it? Because that's a really legitimate question. Is it an art? Because a lot of people, if you don't consider it an art and you just consider it a hustle, then I can sort of understand why certain people is accepted. But is it an art? Like, is there anybody, like, when I'm coming from a different time, so to speak, but when a new MC came on the scene, he sort of like gave his little twist on the game and elevated it to a certain degree. Like when Nas came out, everybody universally knew this dude is nice.
Exactly.
When Big Pun came out, everybody said, "Oh shit, who's this?"
Yeah.
Everybody had their little twist on the game that elevated the game to a certain level. What is being elevated now? Like what aspect of hip hop is being elevated now? Who can look the most craziest?
Yeah.
Because it's definitely not being elevated lyrically. So I'm just trying to so that's the problem. Is it an art? Because if it's an art, then there's a standard to it. If it's not an art, then anything goes. And I believe that that's what we are in now. If it's not an art and it's just a hustle, a way for you to make money, then why are we looking at it as art? It's just something that you do. Like anybody can be a rapper now.
Right about that.
Anybody, just get a microphone, get yourself some cameras and a drone, and do a video, and boom, instant rapper.
And tattoos.
Yeah, get some tattoos or look real crazy, like what Ari Spears said that these dudes look like Batman villains, Tim Burton Batman villains. That's what they look like. I thought that was a good explanation of what we got going on now. Because that's what it is. It's like there's no elevation of skill. Because I believe that the young people have something to say. But like Dom says, you got people that's not speaking for them.
Yeah.
You got straight up clowns out here who's misrepresenting what they're all about. So you mean to tell me that the only thing young people have on their mind is Molly and Percocet? That's the only thing y'all got on your mind? Come on, man. That's not true. But this is who's like, but they're always going to get the clowns to speak for the people. Is it any different than what's going on in the conscious community?
No, none. No difference.
You're going to get the clowns to speak for the vast majority of us is out here struggling. You're trying to figure out how can work and provide for my family, and God forbid I get sick. I don't want to get sick because then that's going to take away from what I can provide for my family. This is a discussion that a lot of people are having. Real discussions.
Yeah.
And you out here talking about this white supremacy boogeyman and all these other boogeymen that you keep bringing up, the interracial boogeyman, the homosexual boogeyman, all these boogeymen, nigga, boo. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
but ain't nobody talking about a solution to the problem. Nah. And then when you get people talking about a solution to a problem, they get attacked because, like I said, it's like throwing a wet blanket over the bullshit. Now I can't talk about this straight hair versus, natural hair versus locks and
God,
light skin versus dark skin. And what's the popular videos that's been on YouTube for the past 10 years? Thugs versus nice guys.
Yeah. That's another
swirling,
right?
Swirling. If you notice, Dom, they done switch now. They changed the title of what you're talking about as if it's something new. Like swirling, is something y'all been talking about for 10 plus years. But now you changed the title to swirling, so now that justifies you keep talking about the same goddamn thing. What, you think you're fooling somebody?
That's another thing I want to talk about too, with you know the thug and the nice guy thing. I just see too many men. They just getting like too macho, and I'm like, bruh, calm down, bruh. Bro, you wanna? I'm gonna tell you something that's just extremely hilarious to me, and I
Right.
want to say something, but I just left it alone. So this guy made a post, right, talking about to show your dominance and you being an alpha male in your house, always keep the toilet seat up, never put the toilet seat down to let her know you in charge and all this stuff.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Bro, did you just hear what I said? Listen, this is the thing. This is what I said, right? I said, yo, I keep the toilet seat down for a good reason. You know what I'm saying? I'm about, keeping stuff clean. It's a well known fact that you flush the toilet with the top up, piss and feces is floating in the air. It comes from the
Right.
toilet. So I keep the toilet seat down all the time. I don't care about all that stuff. He was like,
Exactly.
bruh, I forgot what he said. I think he said, well, this is what I do in my home just to show dominance and stuff. I'm like, you know what?
He
This
sounds like
is just
an idiot. He
macho.
sounds like an idiot.
Yeah, it's just dumb. I said myself, if he's older than me, he's pathetic.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my
That
Yeah.
God.
pathetic.
Yeah. That's a class A moron right there.
You over here being petty with your woman, dude. The toilet seat should be down at all given times unless you got a shit and piss. And when you get done
Exactly.
pissing and shit, put that toilet seat down, cover that lid, and flush the toilet. You know what I'm saying? That's the proper way to do things. It's all about hygiene and sanitation, man. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
These
Mm-hmm.
dudes is just
Jesus Christ.
these freaking MGTOWs, and I listen just to see what's going on, but I don't even agree with 90% of that stuff. Only thing I agree with is just being a man to have respect for yourself and not get manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's what women do, and I understand why they do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just for survival purposes.
First of
That's
all, men and
all.
women are always going to have issues with each other because we're
Yeah.
men and we're women. That
Exactly.
dynamic is no big fucking deal. Like,
Right.
what do people actually think that black men, not just black men and black women, just men and women, period, are going to
Sure.
get together and be like just harmonious 24/7?
No.
Nah, we
So
all gonna have
this
our
stuff
different.
about this, all of the biggest problems that people have is normal problems. It's not
Mhm.
unusual problems. Men and women see things differently. That's nothing unusual. I've never seen anything that black women have done that made me want to make them my enemy or go to war with them. I haven't seen that. Now you can point to individual things that certain black women have done, but so what? What I got to do with me? I'm not. When you dating a woman, are you dating black women or are you dating that woman that you with?
That's the question. you know, Yo,
You know?
these people crazy out here. When I seen that, I just laughed and I said, you know what? I could just shut you down real quick, but you know what? I'm gonna let you feel macho about the toilet seat thing.
Wait,
If
explain that to me, because maybe I'm missing something.
this
What's
this what he
showing the
said,
dominance again?
because you know how when you in the house, you live with your woman, right? And she complains about the toilet seat not being, put down so she can
Right.
sit. He was talking about having both lids up at all times. Even
And that's how he's showing his dominance as a man?
yes, and
Wow.
he said even when she get done taking a piss, he puts
Wow.
both of the toilet lids up, and
Wow.
I'm
Yeah, he's really an alpha. He's an
yeah,
alpha
a
right there.
pathetic one. Cause I'm
Come
not
on.
that.
Oh God, man.
That's a pure bitch move. Cause you being petty. Like, what the fuck is you being petty for like that? Like, dude, put this toilet seat down.
Gee whiz.
But I swear on my soul, that man posted that and said that, man. And
That's
I was
his
like,
dominance. He's showing his dominance by keeping the toilet seat up. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
I'm gonna show her who's in control in the house. First of all, you supposed to be in control anyway, dude. So you don't even have to do stupid stuff like that. She wants you to be in control, dummy. You know, it's just simple stuff people don't understand.
You see what I have on my screen?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is what whenever I see Enzo Amore, that's what I think of these conscious community dudes. And nobody knows who Enzo Amore is, that's the dude, this wrestler from he used to be with the WWE. I don't think he's with him anymore. Is Rodney left? Oh, he's not on
Yeah,
anymore.
I think he left.
Yeah, he bounced. He says, my name is, his skit before he comes out is, my name is Enzo Amore, and I'm a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guy in the room, how you doing? That's all I think about. Whenever I hear these conscious community dudes, that's what I think about. Enzo Amore, and he's some white dude probably pretending to be Italian.
Right. It's crazy.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, people insane. Some people just, and I just sit back and I look so I can, know what's going on because I live in my own world in my brain, but also want to know other things so I could, prepare myself, so I know how to deal with it when it comes at me. So
Hmm.
I'm open minded to anything, but just because I'm open minded, don't mean I'm going to accept everything. If it's bullshit, it's bullshit.
Yeah, like I said, your North Star, your center is you. And if you can't be real with yourself, you ain't gonna be able to be real with nobody. Like you have to have the ability. Like I've had situations where I've said some shit and I know that I was wrong for saying it. Or I've done some stuff and I know that I was wrong for doing it. And I've had to apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I just looked at myself. I said, you know what? I'm stepping outside of what my character is, and I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the ability to call yourself on your own bullshit, then I don't trust you, number one, and I really doubt you have the ability to call anybody else on theirs. Because
Yeah.
if you are full of shit yourself and you calling everybody else out on their bullshit, what that means is that you're just a self-righteous, judgmental prick. That's all.
Yeah. We need to stray away from that self righteousness. I think
Oh yeah, I
the
agree with you, man.
we stray away from that because I just think like the majority of the population don't understand human beings. I just don't think we do. We just capable of doing good and bad.
Hmm.
And I think we don't understand that. And see, we think like what's going on with the police shootings. Black people really think that the people who got the gun and badge are really there to protect them. I'm not against, having the police because we do need them to clean up this slop that's out here. I'm gonna be real. A lot of these dudes belong in jail, but I don't understand how you don't want to protect yourself and you expect for other people to protect you. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
don't. I don't understand.
And if those people are protecting you, what you giving them a problem for? Because you put your life in their hands.
Right?
You
Yeah.
said I want you to take care of me, but then I don't. You want me to take care of you, but then I'm the devil.
Right. Like these black people, they get pulled over or harassed by the cops. Yo, I know that's going on, but sometimes you don't have to act up all the time. I got pulled over a few days ago. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I ain't even act up. They asked me what was why I run the stop sign. I really don't remember running that stop sign. But only thing I told them was I'm on my way to work, and I really was on my way to work. They took my license, to the car, came back, gave me my license. He asked me which railroad I worked at. I told him, boom, have a nice day. And they just kept it pushing. But you know, I've seen this in person. One of the, you know, friends get pulled over and he's acting the fool, and I'm just sitting there looking at him like, bruh, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you just freaking calm down, listen to what they got to say, and then if they violate you, then do what you got to do. But yo, just stop with the, oh man, why you pulling me over for? I ain't commit no crime and yada yada. Why is you yelling and all that stuff? I don't understand that with people. I just don't
Well,
understand
they
that.
brought to you by the conscious community. We don't have any standards or codes of behavior. Everybody keeps talking about code. There is no code. There's no code. I put out a video. Remember that video I put out years ago about the 72-hour rule?
Yeah, yeah.
I put a video out along. If y'all do a search on my YouTube channel, look for 72-hour rule. And the basic gist of the video was how to avoid these conscious community beefs online and what a procedure and a code was to handle it. I went through a whole thing. Did anybody pay any attention to it? Absolutely not. Because like I said before, there is no we, there is no us, there is no our. Everybody's out here on their own ass doing whatever the hell they want to do and trying to pretend like this vague abstraction is actually something real.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna get that until we have our own nation. Sorry.
I know, right?
Everything else that we do without our nation is throwing little sheets of toilet paper onto a pool full of shit. You're gonna be doing a whole lot of work and accomplishing absolutely nothing. Because you're not stopping the shit from flowing into the neighborhood to begin with.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, Belle is fast. She found it.
Just like the incident, I think, did it happen in Florida where that white guy shot the black dude? When the
Well, damn, I'm losing track of how many white dudes have shot black
yeah,
dudes. Which
but
one you
I
talking
think
about?
it was in Florida, right? So
Mhm.
we know how white people are. White people who are not the police think they the police. They want to tell a black person what's right and wrong, right? So the black guy's wife was parked in a handicap spot. So the random white guy just got offended and started yelling at her. Black guy come out, he see the dude yelling at his wife and push the white.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
See, this my thing, right? With black people. First of all, we too self-righteous. We believe in, we want to have morals and stuff, but we see people out here harming us that don't look like us harming us. You stay in a state where it's open carry. You can carry your pistol on you. I'm trying to figure out why he didn't have his pistol and why she didn't have a pistol. I know the white boy's wrong, but this is my issue. Black people don't want to prepare themselves for shit. They just put all the power. They don't want power. They put the power into the people that hate them.
Well, that's a rhetorical question. I mean, because think about it, Dom. You can't behave a certain way if you don't see. I was lucky. I'm extremely lucky because I had a lot of references to draw from.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the people that everybody respects is people that I've actually physically met. I met Khalid Muhammad. I met Amos Wilson. I met Del Jones. I met Alton Maddox. I met Leonard Jeffries. I met Professor Smoke. I've actually hung out with a lot of these people. My brother, other men in my family. I have references to draw from of how to behave and what to do.
Yeah.
Like I have a general now, like even though I'm from the city, I was born in Brooklyn, but my family spent a lot of time in the South. So I know about hunting. I know about fishing. I know how to tell the time if you don't have a watch.
Yeah.
I know certain herbs and stuff to stay away from if I'm walking through the woods. But not everybody has that knowledge if you don't have somebody, first of all, to teach it to you. And this is one of the things that I wanted to talk about too. Black folks love talking about the oral tradition. Tradition is passed down from generation to generation orally. Let me just say this. Everything that we do as a part of our culture ain't the best thing to do. We need to start documenting our shit.
You're right about that.
Documenting it. Fuck this oral tradition. So this one person, this 80-year-old or 89-year-old black person has all this knowledge in their head. So when they die, what are you going? The knowledge died with them if they didn't have the chance to actually sit down with somebody and transmit all of it, all the things that they know to the other person. Yeah. We need to start documenting our knowledge. We need to have libraries.
Yep.
You know, I'm not shitting on the oral tradition. You know, that's cool. But that can't be just it. We can't think that we can't keep romanticizing everything that's African in our culture and think that it's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's start looking at what's going on and looking at it within the context of what's happening in society right now. And does it make any sense where your main way to pass knowledge down from generation to generation is orally? Does that make any fucking sense?
Nope.
Your grandma used to make these fantastic biscuits, but when she died, nobody else knows how to make the biscuits like her.
Nope. Hey, I've witnessed that.
Yeah. But but that's what gets back to what the point that you was making. You have to have something inside of you that's centered and that's at peace and comfortable with yourself. Because when you're comfortable with yourself and you're at peace with yourself, it doesn't bring you this cognitive it doesn't bring you this tension and stress by questioning the current knowledge. Look and see, how are we doing things? Does this make sense or does it not make sense? And if it don't make sense, how about abandoning it? Here's something that people say is a part of Jamaican culture. When you go to a Jamaican restaurant, bad service is a part of the culture.
And I didn't even know that.
Yeah, bad service that's keeping it real. Like I'm coming into your restaurant and you watching Maury on the TV. Who the hell am I to think that you're supposed to stop watching Maury to come and serve me? I'm supposed to just sit there. I've had situations where there's certain Jamaican restaurants in Brooklyn. You know how when in most normal restaurants, you go and sit at the table, you order your food, there's a waiter that comes over, they take your order, they bring the food to you.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain restaurants in Brooklyn where if you come and sit at that table, you're going to be sitting there for a while because the people in the restaurant are going to be looking at you. Like, what the fuck is you? You think I'm supposed to come to your table and order food for you? I'm supposed to be your servant or something?
Wow.
That's the part of the culture. Is that good part of the culture? Is that something that we want to maintain and keep? I remember, I tell this story all the time. I went to Bed-Stuy. There was a place in Bed-Stuy that served beef patties or chicken patties or whatever. So I usually get chicken patty or cocoa bread or vegetable patty. Like I always get a patty with a cocoa bread. So I asked the person, could you cut the patty for me? You know what they did? They went in the back, put the patty on there and gave me a knife.
Wow.
Because the general philosophy is, nigga, what makes you think I'm here to serve you? This is a restaurant.
Wow.
That's culture. Is that culture that we want to keep? Everything that we do ain't good simply because it's African. Because if everything we did, just logically, let's just talk about this logically. If everything that we did was good and perfect and the way that things should be done because it's African, how come Africa fell?
Right.
How come Africa is not the ones that's in power right now in the world on the global stage? And you're not going to look at that? You're not going to look at that and question certain things that you're doing in your culture that you might want to get rid of? Like one of the things that I'm really like, this is just me, Dom. Black folks are goddamn too ceremonial. I hate that shit. That's why I hate going to certain black events because I know I'm going to get ceremony and every nigga want to get on the microphone and talk. I'm like sitting there in the chair like, oh my God, can we please get to the fucking point? Too ceremonial, man. I don't like the ceremony and the pomp and circumstance. When I go to a meeting, I figure that you want to be respectful of people's time. Get to the point. Oh, we got to sing this. We got to do this. We got to go through all this pomp and circumstances stuff. Oh, we got to burn some sage. We got to pour out this. Man, no. Why are we here? Let's get to why we're here and get over with. That's just me personally. I could be completely wrong, but I know for me, my time is precious to me. I ain't got time to be sitting in some meeting for like hours if we're going there to talk about something. All this pomp and circumstance and ceremony. I can't take it, man.
Nah, I feel you too, man. I like it when people get straight to the point.
Yeah. Be respectful of people's time, man.
Yeah.
But that's a part of the culture. Are we just going to accept it? We just write it off as, well, black folks are ceremonial. Nothing you can do about it. No, you can do a thing. You can do something about every aspect of your culture if you really want to do it. And I'm talking about, keep in mind, y'all, I'm talking about the leadership. You know, the masses and the people in everyday life, they can practice and do whatever they want to do. But when you are in control and when you have power and it's your job to figure out how to work these problems in society, we don't have time for a whole bunch of pomp and circumstance. We need people that's function oriented and get straight to the point and get to the solutions. And this is the reason why we don't have that, because look at who we listening to. We listening to misery merchants.
And they talking about they got the data for everything.
Yeah, they got the data to explain to you how you can't beat the white man.
And this my thing, like, why are they even talking about getting wealth here in America when our wealth is in Africa?
Because they ignorant. Well, it's a combination. It depends on who you're talking about. If you're talking about the people that's talking to the people or the people that's representing and leading them, they know what time it is. They're not confused. There's no misunderstanding about land infrastructure nationhood. They have vested interest in our people staying in the position that they're in because that's how they get paid.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't going to be no super chats. There ain't going to be no Patreon. There ain't going to be no YouTube revenue if you talk solution-oriented material. My vast majority of my content is solution-oriented material, and I don't make not a dime from YouTube. I don't make a dime from Patreon. I don't get a dime from PayPal. Nothing. Zero. I have no revenue coming in. You know why? Because this type of stuff is not sexy. It's not sexy. Now, if I was going against Umar Johnson, like if I was doing Umar Johnson diss videos or Tariq Nasheed diss videos or Sarnetta diss videos, my channel would be popping.
Yeah, you're right. But, you know, we don't got time for that, you know?
Yeah. Even the people that I vehemently disagree with, which is the Native American pretendian people, I don't make no content geared toward them. I may have like one video or something in my whole entire catalog where I address the YouTube pretendians. But I don't understand why you would spend a lot of time in somebody else's cipher that you have absolutely no agreement with. That makes no sense to me. There are people, yo, Dom, I'm gonna tell you a situation that's going on in the BAIO right now. I can't say that this is actual fact, but I'm saying I'm leaning 95% that this is true. There's a guy in the BAIO who is posting in our forum, right? Saying that he's down with the BAIO, but he's constantly challenging and going against the admins and just throwing shit out, talking about, oh, we need to do this and da 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 da. That same guy comes on YouTube and trolls the BAIO.
Oh my God.
Now think about that. Think about the mentality that takes. You're going to join a social network, pretend that you down with what the social network is about, go into the social network and try to throw some salt in the game in the network by introducing subject matter that is totally contrary to what we're talking about. And then you come on YouTube and troll this group that you are a part of. What type of individual is this?
Yeah.
What does this individual look like? That's what I want to know. Who are you in your community? I doubt very seriously if you're a real dude. I'm imagining that you a cornball nigga afraid to step outside of your house because somebody's gonna fuck you up when they see you.
That's what I was saying. The internet just opened up the floodgates for this stuff.
Yeah. Every dysfunctional sociopath can get online and pretend to be somebody else. That's the reason why. And you know why they hate the BAIO? Real people in the BAIO is meeting each other. The people in Pennsylvania have already had a Google Hangout and talked to each other, and they planning on doing a meetup. There's going to be a meetup in Atlanta on the 4th, this Saturday. People that ain't real ain't trying to meet you. They want to stay obscure and they want to stay hidden online. And that's the reason why they have such a problem with what we're doing, because what we're doing is real.
Yeah, meeting up.
We meeting up with real people. And if you're a fake nigga or you are some YouTube troll, I guarantee you're not going to be at any of these meet and greets. You're going to be online like that kid in the classroom throwing spitballs from the back of the classroom.
That's crazy. Yeah, man.
But this is what we're dealing with. But I'm thinking like, damn, man, really, what is going on in your life that you would do that? You're going to join a group that you don't agree with and then troll the group that you just joined online and pretend that you're two different people.
It's some weirdo stuff, man.
Like you said, weirdo.
It's weirdo, man. Anybody that's, in the YouTube chat, my name is Dominique Reed. I stay in Chicago. I'm part of the Chicago chapter. Hit me up on Facebook or, on Instagram. It's NICOVELZ. And you want to meet up, if our schedules don't conflict,
I think you got a nice amount of people in your Illinois chapter right now.
I gotta get on and check. I'll be working.
What's your YouTube channel, Dom?
My YouTube, it should be Nico Reed, NICOREED.
Nico Reed. Let me see if I can get your YouTube channel. Oh, I bet you Belle beats me to it. She's fast.
Yeah.
Belle is fast. NICO Reed.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, man, I definitely want to get people. Nico Reed.
It should be a side view of my face as the picture.
You know what? Oh, are you at a place where you can put the link in?
For my YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Or actually, if you type in a comment in the thing, then everybody can see you. I don't know if you're on a computer or you're on a phone or whatever. But if
I'm on my phone. Hold on. Let me go to my YouTube because I'm using the Google Hangout.
I know you've commented on some of my videos, but I can't remember which one it was. But I'm looking up Nico Reed. Let me see. Let me try a different way. No, I'm not getting it. But that's probably because YouTube has made it so that you have to go through this step and process before you get like a URL with your name in it. So most of the YouTube channels that's new have the YouTube and a bunch of different letters and numbers behind it. Like you can't just put Nico Reed behind YouTube, like YouTube/Nico Reed. Like with me, my channel is older, so I have Mr. Holipsism. but most of them won't let you customize your URL and let you file. You got to get a certain percentage of this and that and blah 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 blah. Like I said, YouTube is going completely corporate, and I'm just dying for somebody to come out with a different platform to knock them out the box. Just dying for it. These people are they on borrowed time. Oh, there you go. Okay,
Yeah, I'm back on.
there you go. So he's in the chat room, y'all. Just click on that, and I'm gonna put his link up too. I'm subscribed to your channel, but of course I don't see anything you do because YouTube doesn't let you.
Yeah, I'm start making videos on YouTube. I just have my little
Oh,
page.
okay, you do have a custom URL. I think it's Nico. Well, I'm gonna put it in the chat room. Hold on. Yeah, Nico VELZ.
Yeah, yeah, that's my
Mm.
my Instagram page.
That's your YouTube too.
Oh, it is. Oh, damn, I
Yeah,
didn't even know that. Yeah, I just
87.
put together. That's basically Machiavelli name. I just shortened it. Nicholas Machiavelli.
Oh, okay,
I just shortened it to Nico Vels.
cool.
And also, the whole Tupac Machiavelli thing, and then, the Max B, his name was Max Bigavelli. So I just, played with that. But what I'm about, I'm really into like, just art and music, you know.
Mhm.
'Cause, I'm 31, so, I kind of keep in touch with what's going on in the music scene. But, I'll listen to mostly to what they call underground rap. It's really not underground because since you got the internet, it's
Mhm.
starting to get a lot of attention from the mainstream. And well, I don't collect gym shoes. I never did collect gym shoes. I used to buy gym shoes a lot, but
Mhm.
I kind of slowed down on that because it just it, it makes no sense really. Like once you keep your shoe for like 10 years, it starts falling apart.
Right.
So I just don't understand the sneaker culture. That's corny. Like I've been doing this since freshman year in high school. You know what I'm saying? Getting the latest shoe. The sneaker culture to me it really took off when the internet exploded when all the
Right.
social media pages came.
Mhm.
And well, I'm not into that. Yeah, what else? I'm into polo. I think it's classic. It can never go out of style.
Right.
I collect I collect specific polo pieces. You know, well, I'm about to kind of slow down on that anyway, because Ralph getting too much money from me. Straight up. I'm all about trying to, create my own lifestyle, but at the same time, I'm still about the BAIO.
Right.
I don't want to, be out there just like this old self-righteous pro-black person where I'm wearing dashikis and wooden ankhs and all that. I'm really not into that. So if you see me wearing polo in one of my pictures, that's just who I am, and I'm not letting it go. And it doesn't prove how African I am.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
at the end of the day, I am an American. I was born here. It's just a part of the American culture. But do I agree with everything America does towards my people? Hell no. I'm just not, down with this shit. I'm really about land and infrastructure, nationhood.
But you know what the sad part is, Dom? The reason why, the fact that you even have to say that shows you how bad we are in.
Yeah,
The fact that you even have to say that, like, because why we're all just sitting back looking to see, oh, let me see if this nigga is real. Oh, he ain't real. Oh shit, no, let me unsubscribe. Fuck this nigga. That's our mentality.
yeah,
It's like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Like, why don't we try to engage in productive activity instead of counterproductive activity? Everybody's sitting back waiting to see who's going to be exposed, who's going to get played out, who's going to get world starred.
yeah.
All of
It's
this nonsense.
it's pure nonsense, man. And I try my best not to be judgmental to the people that be wearing the the dashikis and all that stuff, because a lot of them are clowns. I'm just gonna be real. A lot of them are clowns and full of shit. So if I see somebody that comes around me and they just fully garbed up in the African stuff, I'm gonna be like,
Your red flag goes up.
yeah, cause I know you're full of it. You got the men that's wearing all of that stuff just to prey on women to have sex with them. That's corny.
Yes, it is.
And you got the women, you know, they was prostitutes. Now they got dreadlocks, wearing shea butter, and got a dashiki dress on, but they still being a prostitute. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So,
Yep,
oh,
I know that
I'm
too.
a queen, mother, goddess. Nah,
I know
I'm
that too.
with all that. That's why when I just stay away from a lot of them, man, because
Yes, Belle, it's really happening. There's there's
it,
there's certain sisters out here. Um, you know what? I ain't even gonna go there. I'm not getting into the content that these people are doing.
yeah,
It's like you wanna dress up your freakiness with some African shit when really all it is you want some dick. I would prefer you just say you want some dick. We can work on that. Why you gotta dress it up in the sun, moon, and stars? Why you gotta make it seem like it's some super spiritual thing?
yeah.
What's spiritual about a blowjob?
Right.
Could
And I'm not.
somebody in the chat room please explain to me the deep and profound spirituality behind somebody putting their tongue on your private parts? Could you please explain that to me? What's
And
deep about it?
like, I'm not talking down on the men and women, but it's like I just when I see a woman and she all spiritual and stuff like that, and yeah,
Run
your
for cover,
body,
boy.
yeah. I mean, because I'm not gonna lie, oh my, some of them are freaking sexy, and but it's like, you know what? I'm not. Look, if you want to do that, let's do that. You don't have to come to me and talk all that African, I'm pro black and this and the mother of God. But you don't have to do all that stuff.
That's because they don't have the ability to be just a human being, man. I
Yeah,
remember me and you remember we had a conversation. I think it was when you went away for a while.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I was saying, man, listen, at the end of the day, and I've had this conversation not only with you but with other brothers who's like some brothers have called me or sent me emails and asked me questions like they're saying. One of them I remember, it was a brother who said that he had a business that he was doing, and every time that he was trying to get black people to help him with his business, he would end up getting screwed. And he had this white dude who was going to give him a contract, and he was calling me up, and because I guess he was feeling a certain way about that, and I said, yo, dude, take that fucking contract. This is your business.
Yeah.
Why is this even a discussion? But see, that's the reason why people go through these mental gymnastics, is because of the fucking conscious community, because they keep wanting to make you feel like you ain't shit. See, I
Yeah.
don't do that, man. Like when people come into my cipher, I don't I don't I'm not judgmental against it. Like I know, Dom, I know all different types of people, all different types of black people. I know black people that's Christians, I know black people that's Muslims, I know black people that's into Judaism, I know black people that's atheists, I know thugs, I know cornballs, I know everybody. I run the whole gamut of the fucking black community.
Yeah.
And I can hang out with all of them. So this whole judgmental shit about this whole fucking motorcycle clique mentality that everybody got to have the same goddamn uniform on, and you got to think just like me, because if you don't think like me, then I can't fuck with you. Get the fuck out of here, man. My only line in the sand is this. This is my line in the sand. We all have them, and this is mine. If you anti-African, you got to get the fuck up out of my face.
Yep.
Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying if you ain't fucking with that, because there's a lot of people that ain't into this stuff. They don't give any time or energy to it. I don't have a problem with them. But if you're going out of your way to be anti-African, me and you go, that's like putting oil and water together.
It don't mix.
And I've had it happen. I tell people all the time, listen, I'm very tolerant and I can get along with just about anybody. I've had situations where my friends will we'll have like a lunch date or something, and then they'll bring one of their white coworkers to the lunch date. Do I go into a panic because there's a white person there? No, I eat my lunch. I can do what I got to do, and then fuck it. It's only an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like people get so caught up in trivial, insignificant bullshit that we and totally gloss over and just don't even deal with the major shit. The shit that we should be talking about, the shit that we should be dealing with. Nobody wants to deal with that, but they want to deal with whether your hair is locked or whether it's permed. Whether you're wearing polo or whether you're wearing a dashiki.
Yeah.
What? Oh God, I can't take it, man. Can't take it. But anyway, Dom, I don't know what you about to do, but I'm about to get me something to eat. I'm freaking hungry right now.
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing. I'm about to finish eating my food. I appreciate, you know, talking to you on this YouTube
Yeah, man.
live.
Yeah,
We can do this.
anytime you want to talk, just let me know. If I'm available, I'll hook it up.
I appreciate that. Peace to everybody that was listening.
Yo.
Like I said, subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting some content up there soon. You know, follow, you know, reach out to me on Facebook. Reach out to me on Instagram, which is NICOVELZ. And you know, peace, everybody.
Peace. And yo, basically, like I said, y'all, for people to just coming into this was not no really structured stream. This was like a test for the BAIO chapter. Unfortunately, a lot of the people in New York are working and probably on their way back to work, so they couldn't really tune in. So I'm gonna have to try to attempt this at another time. But that's what this was all about. There was no real topic to this. I was just Dom said he wanted to talk, so I said, hey, let's get on. And me and Rodney and him were on here for a while. So I'm glad you guys got to chill with us, and I will holler at y'all later. Peace to Belle. I think she went away for a little bit, but when she gets back, tell her I said peace. Talk to y'all later. One.